Welcome. I will be your host today. And recently, God decided to open the gates to hell this month. But apparently, the only thing in hell is cheaters and drama. I figured it may be important to talk about Ned Fulmer because, as of everything that's been happening this month, there's just been constant drama, and every time I report on something, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it just keeps snowballing. So, I felt like the Ned Fulmer video is probably at its peak of like performance, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a video on it. I figured it. If you don't know about him, you probably have from Try Guys, or if you don't, you may have seen him on the old BuzzFeed videos. He was a previous employee of BuzzFeed, and back then they were still called Try Guys. And basically, he kept the BuzzFeed channel alive for whenever it was alive. And basically, it consists of him and four other guys going around and trying things, as that's what it means, the try guys. Quite uninnovative but popular. I mean, who doesn't want to watch four guys destroy the McDonald's menu at 4 a.m., you know? Me too, you know. Nevertheless, fast forward, they would end up leaving BuzzFeed, the terrible umbrella company that they started with, and then start a YouTube channel with the same name, same premise. And this went well. They have 7.85 million subs, something I could only dream of in my wettest dreams. And the Try Guys consists of Eugene, Keith, Zach, and the Forsaken Ned. Ned seems, from what I've seen, from the videos I've seen, to have been somewhat of an unofficial spokesman, or just one of the people that spoke most. In many scenes, he's narrating, and his self-image is consistent of like a man who just says "I love my wife" a lot and talks about his kids. The other guys just kind of act fruity, and Eugene pretends to hate them all. And in their first video together, they literally have him with like a baby. Like that's his thing. Like all the other ones have like a shtick, and his shtick is literally just him being a family guy, which it is terrible considering the news that's about to happen. And literally, it was probably a part of the script. Like they were like, "All right, where can I stick 'I love my wife' into?" All right, Ned, it's your famous line, and then he just fucking pops off with "I love my wife" again. Anyways, it's the least prevalent part of the whole video. Now, what I've been leading up to is that basically, the Try Guys have shunned their loving companion, Ned, after allegations of him cheating on his wife with an employee of the company. And this sexual relation slash liaison with the employee of the Try Guys company, the reason why it's so big is because there's a lot of big boy legal litigation that comes when an employer sleeps with an employee and shit like that. It definitely brings forth great potential legal implications, which is probably why the Try Guys dumped him, because the legal ramifications and potential legal punishment for keeping him on the team outweigh his pros of being on the team. And this is likely why they enacted damage control so quickly by promptly removing him from all the videos and quite literally erasing him from history. They're trying to scrub every Try Guys video of him. So eventually Try Guys will it's like in those movies where it's like people get erased and they just don't exist. That's Ned. In 20 By the time 2024 rolls around, we'll be like, "Who is Ned, bro? What are you talking about?" And we'll just think the Try Guys have always been three guys. Anyways, Ned's perspective is always a bit odd here. And I'd like to point out another fact before I go into Ned's perspective is that I think the Try Guys have a degree of responsibility in this as well because obviously Ned and Alex, which is the person he was cheating on his wife with, they never really kept it a secret, and it was always kind of well known that he was cheating on his wife. In fact, there was one scenario where he went to New York, or his wife went to visit him in New York for some gala event, and she caught Alex and Ned, I guess, having some special time. Not like that, but like I'm not really sure. Anyway, she gets mad. She leaves back home before the event even like starts or happens. She goes back home, and that was, I believe, 2 months ago. So it's like not even like really recent. Like these people had to have known for a very long time before saying anything. And why it's only just coming out now is a big question, I guess. And I assume it might be because it just got recently leaked to the public. So that always brings up the questions. So, like, if Ned and them hadn't, or if that person hadn't leaked it, would Ned have ever had and faced any punishment? Which is a huge question. Comment what you think down below. I think probably not. Now, I'm going to talk about Ned's perspective, and it's very odd because how he got caught, right? On the Reddit user that caught him, the Reddit sleuths, if you will. Basically, he quite literally never tries to cover it up. He was going to like Harry Styles concerts with her. He was going to the bar. They were like dancing and kissing and like just wacky shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot of shit they were doing, and not even in like a really private sense. Now, some info, unverified, keep in mind, has come to light from a channel called Deuce Moy, I believe. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing that, on Instagram. And basically, they show a lot of screenshots in their they showed a lot of screenshots in their story, and it highlights how public it really was, and the incidences before they were where they got caught, and it highlights how prevalent a lot of the Try Guys knew about this, like how much the common knowledge there really was, which is apparently a ton. Anyways, I'm going to talk about the situation between Ned and Ariel right now because we recently got this clip right here of Ned and Ariel walking, and it is a total gem. The tension seems to be there, and I don't think it's sexual tension, and if it is, God forbid. Anyways, Ariel right here is smiling like she just got kidnapped by Dora and is being forced to fucking look at the map. Like it's a whole different type of smile. Anyways, um, I think that in this scenario where they talk like they're gonna work it out, I'm not. I'm thinking personally, it must be for the kids or something like that because personally, right? Personally, I wouldn't stay with that, you know. And most members seem to be throwing some shade on both, or I think really more on Ned as opposed to Alex. I'm not really sure about Alex because they haven't talked about her at all. Like nobody's talking about her. She's just the person who he cheated with, which I think is a bit weird because it was a consensual relationship between two people. So I mean, always a bit odd. Anyways, my wishes go out to Ariel and her kids. I hope she works it out, whatever it may be. Uh, Anyhow, I just saw some recent news, and with that leak, with the leak of the trip in New York, I just wanted to update everything because, like, that New York thing recently came to light, so I was just like, that's enough content. That's enough to make like a whole video over, you know. And I just wanted to wait a few days so I could see like the full picture, and because of this, because like many times I generally jump the gun and miss stuff that comes out like a day later. I don't think I'll missing anything here. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Uh, you should show some support to Ariel and her kids. Shit on Ned a bit on Twitter. I don't know, you know. Anyways, yeah, for the most part, I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. Just a short little recap of everything that's happened between them. And the road to 100 subs continues. Subscribe if you want to. And love you guys. Bye.